Well, the Valencia email finally came, and Valencia appears to be on. So, very excited about that. And they're also donating a lot of funds to help with all the relief efforts, and I'll be making a donation as well. But so nice that it's actually going to happen. So many people are excited for it. I've made it to my taper, which is exciting. I'm in week 10 of 10. After a lot of 80-mile weeks, I was down to 50 last week, and only 25 miles this week on a 9-mile easy run today. But very excited to not be running so far every single day. When you're running 80-mile weeks, it was like off day, 10 miles, which is just ridiculous. So excited to be back to maybe even taking a rest day every once in a while. But last week was the Fulham 10K, which was very exciting. I did not know how it was going to turn out, being at the end of an 80-mile week. So could see it not going well at all. So lined up, said, I actually switched my watch over to kilometers as opposed to miles, which I've done everything in my whole life. And thought process was, kilometers mean nothing to me really. So 6:15 pace seems really fast running, but like 3:50 doesn't really mean anything. And I really think that helped. Might be something I take into the marathon, because the numbers don't mean as much, but they're still just something to shoot for. So took off with the 40-minute pacer, ran with them. They quickly started kind of getting some distance on me, and I was surprised to see how fast they were pulling away from me, but told myself not to run any faster than kind of 4 flat Ks. By 3 or 4K, they were a good 75 meters ahead of me, and I was starting to get concerned. But they started to come back after 5 or 6K, and then got closer and closer to me, which was exciting to see, until I was at about 9, and I was thinking, oh my god, I'm actually gonna catch them, and I'm looking pretty good here. And with, I don't know, 800 meters left to go, the 40-minute pacer, comes to us and is like, everyone, run by me if you want 40. And I got very excited and let out a huge guttural yell. And I think I freaked out all the people around me, which was pretty entertaining. The guy in front of me turned around and moved out of my way, which then made me feel like, uh-oh, I need to sprint by him. But I had 800 meters left, so I took off by him, running really hard and fast. And then was like, oh man, I've gone way too early. So then I had to just kind of slow down a little bit at maybe 400 meters left until a person or two passed me, and then I started kicking again. Made for an interesting end to the race, but ended up finishing it up in turn around here, finishing it up in 39:39. So new PB, very excited for that, and it bodes pretty well for a strong attempt at Valencia. So the real things left to do are figure out my pace and my game plan. So I will be putting together a game plan over the next couple days. The nice part of Valencia is it's so flat, you don't really have to factor anything about the course into it. It even has a nice gentle downhill the last few miles, which is great. So I will be planning that, and I'm thinking maybe something like 3:07:30, but I'll need to put that in and see what that makes my plan look like. So when I get back home, I will be putting together my pace band and taking you through that process to show you how you can get yours as well.
So this is paceband.org. It's a free website that you can go out and check out. So the first thing you're going to want to do is put in your potential time that you're looking to shoot for. I'm at this point looking at about 3:07:30 as a potential time. Then you can pick out your marathon course. So I'm looking in Spain and Valencia. So it actually has all of the data from several hundred, if not thousands, of different marathons around the world. It's not going to have everything, every race, but it is going to have a lot of races out there, and it's going to know a lot about that race. So it can make it very tailored to that. You can also switch back and forth whether or not you'd rather have kilometers or miles. So on this one, I'm thinking about doing this one in kilometers, as I mentioned. And then you can look how you would like to pace it. Some people really like to come into the race a little bit easier. So maybe they start a little bit slower and then they're going to end a little bit faster. You can say how long you'd like that increment to be, whether it's the first kilometer easy or further. And you can also do things like base it on elevation changes. So those elevation changes are going to impact whether or not you want to go even pace or even effort. For the most part, I like to keep everything on an even effort. Now from here, you can see on the right, it also still has all these other things. Do I want to know where all the water is? Do I want to know where the food is or where they might have gels? So I have all those various options. I don't think I will see them on the course. I can reach for them if I'd like to reach for them. So good to know, but I do not think I will need to look at that. And then do I want every single kilometer? That's a lot. So at this point, I might just have every 5 kilometers. I'll know what pace I should be kind of hitting throughout the whole thing, and then every 5, I'll have a nice period of time that I can look at. The final thing you might want to customize is the colors, depending on what is going to be easiest for you to read while you're moving. You can get all of these in various colors so it stands out as much as possible to you. And from there, you can either save it, you can create an account with them, or you can print it however you'd like to print it. I normally print it out like this, and then I laminate it with either some sort of tape or get it laminated, and then cut it out and put it on for race day. Sometimes I might also just take the values, especially if it's more like a half marathon. And with the half marathons, I might just write the splits out for each 5K. So that's another option if you don't want to go to the trouble of printing it out and having another thing on your wrist.